Hi guys, today we are here to record a how-to video, in this case on how to print on the Phomemo thermal printer. The process in this how-to is going to be very similar to whatever model you have yourself, as long as it is a thermal printer. And I'm recording this video due to a request from a user. So Adrian, I am sorry, I don't have your particular model of a printer, but I have here a Phomemo printer, a different model. So I will go through this and hopefully that will help you already to get to know the process well enough to be able to resolve and print on your model of the printer. Great. First off, when we are coming off the bed, it comes in a packaging, usually with a booklet and a carrying case and the charging cable, and of course the printer itself. Let's look through the booklet. You can print via your phone or you can print via your laptop, but in both cases you will need to have the application. In this case, it's the Phomemo application. It has this kind of logo when you're in your app store. For the laptop, you also need to download the Phomemo application, and we will get you the link in just 1 second. So let's go quickly through the booklet, and if you need to read more, then just pause on the particular page. So here it says you will need the app. Here it shows that if you don't have the paper in, you need to open the device, put in the paper, remove the sheet of paper that is in here because it's a demo size, it's not a full size printing sheet. Then you close the printer and you start it until it glows green. And then of course on your phone you need to activate the Bluetooth. When you are in the application, you will see this little icon. You can click on it and then connect with the M833. That is my model. If you have a different model, then the model name will show up here, and then you will be able to print. And in the application, you have 4 sections: document, web, image, or scan. In this, and by scan, they mean camera. And if the paper is empty, if you have a different size of paper roll, then you can move the edges, that in the indicators, closer together so you can print on a smaller size. Here's the QR code if you want to scan it quickly. Now let's go through the process on how to print on the laptop. It is very similar. You go to your model number, phomemo.com. You download the application on iOS or Windows. You install the application. You remove the example piece of paper and throw it out. You put in the proper paper roll in and you start the printer. You connect the printer with a data cable to your laptop, not just a charging cable, it needs to be a data cable. And then you select your file and you go to printing. That was the booklet. Hopefully that was good enough. Then my printer currently is charging, but I still can say something. Also, I want to say, if your printer is dead like mine right now and you connect it to the charging station, it needs to show that it's charging in some way or form, either through a flashing LED or just a solid one. If it does not show anything, then it is not charging. So you remove the cable and you use the original one that comes in the package, or you just try out until you get some sort of confirmation that it is indeed charging, that something is happening. All the inkless printers all the thermal printers work with heat. So they apply heat to the piece of paper, and the coating on the piece of paper turns then into black, which then turns into the text or the picture that you are printing. So on thermal printers, you cannot just use regular printer paper like you get in all the regular stores. You have to use specific thermal printer paper. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's the only one that will work on thermal printers. Packaging usually looks a little bit like this. It needs to say thermal printer. And a little bit more about the thermal printer. It's usually coated only on one side and the other side is not coated. Therefore, it will have some sort of imprint that this side is not the printing side, or this side needs to face up, or this side needs to face down. So on thermal paper, you can only print on one side, on the side that is coated. And depending on your printer, it may be that your printer requires the printing side to be facing upwards or to be facing downwards. If you don't know which direction it is printing, then I would suggest to just print it in one direction, and if it didn't print anything at all, then just turn the piece of paper around in the other direction and then print again, and that should solve your problem. Next, some printers also come with a paper roll. I personally don't prefer the paper rolls because the paper comes out rolled, because while it's sitting here on the roll, it gets into the shape of being rolled up. So when it's printed, the piece of paper also has an urge to roll itself together. Then what I also wanted to say is all thermal printers have some sort of opening mechanism. Either it's two buttons here, or it's two ledges here on the side, or whatever. If you open it and you have empty space like this here, then you know that you can print either with a paper roll, or you still can print with single sheet of paper. If you do not have the empty space for paper roll here, then your printer prints only with a single sheet of paper. And the printers that don't come with a paper roll also don't have this teeth here to tear off the page, because obviously there is no need to tear off the page. If you have a printer that can print on a paper roll, but you want to print on a single piece of paper, then remove the roll, turn the printer around, and feed the paper from behind in this slot until it just straight, until it hits the little barrier that is here, the printing head. Also, like in the booklet previously shown, you have these little nudges here that you can put closer together if you have a smaller paper size, or you can put them on the outer edge here if you have the regular size paper. So we turn it around. We still plug in the cable because it was not fully charged. And we turn on the printer. Then we insert the piece of paper. Like you see, it pulls it a little bit. That indicates that the printer is ready. And then now you need to get to your document or to the picture that you want to print. I am going to print through my phone. So you need to somehow transfer the document to your phone and open it. I would recommend to transfer documents, to first convert the documents into a PDF format, to print it. unless, of course, it's an image. So if it is a document, you open it, and this here is an iPhone, so the process is the icons are all iOS icons, but for Android, it looks very, very similar. So on an iPhone, if you have the document open, you click on this icon here to share the document, and then you will have two lines. Either you can share it with people or you can share it with applications. And on the applications, you scroll to the very right and click on the three dots. That opens the full list of applications that are capable of receiving this document. And then you click here on the Phomemo. When the Phomemo app is open, it will instantly display the document in black and white. That is the preview for printing. Then you click here on the printing icon, and then you click again on printing, and it will show the number of the printer that is currently connected to your phone. If it's rotating like this, it's a bug in the app. Sometimes you need to click again on the printer, or sometimes you need to go one step back and then just click again on printing twice, and then it will start printing. So this printer here prints face up. Of course, our printers could also print face down. And this is how you print on thermal printers. If you have more questions, then just post below. Cheers.